I belong to it's called the Feminist New South Wales Interagency Committee. We go to the Belmore one, and I used to go to the Petersham, but I don't have the time to do both of them, so I do the Belmore. And if I can't go when my staff goes, so that's the best way, because I don't know if you know that, but it's really good because everybody's there, all the NGOs, everybody, so we can communicate. It is a strength-based project. We try to, when you look at the MCAST, it's all about strength, and you really work on the strength to fix the gaps. We literally try to avoid, there's a real problem with this, there's a problem with that, but actually we said to the parents, look how well you did that. Look how she's looking at you. Can you hear? She's saying how much she loves you because you're a nice mum. So we really work on strength. I think the strength of the project is also it's very accessible. I think that health services are non-accessible. It's totally free. That's another good thing. So I think between the partnership with the parents, easily accessible, it's highly flexible. Like I said, if we have to do evening work, we do evening work. There's no penalty rates, but they will do it. But I think it's because we are actually, at the moment with UTS, we are investigating the model that we use. We call that actually the principle of knowledge transfer, where what you do as a clinician becomes a model, how you translate it into an academic concept. And UTS is actually observing what we do, learning. And I suppose that's what I'm studying for my PhD. It's a model where it's an advanced practice. So I don't believe that a new practitioner can, and that's the other strength, is that the practitioners that we have are practitioners, highly skilled. But it's still foreign land. They've never worked with people with drug and alcohol. They've never been in the country, out there. They're not mental health, but they may have a mum with schizophrenia, and they have to deal with it. They can't call the psychiatrist. So they're allowed to take risk, a calculated risk, and then we reflect. They come straight to my office, we shut the door, they tell me what they've done, and I get them to tell me what they think is a problem, why is it a problem, exactly like we do with the parents, because this is the model that is used with the parents. Let's have a look at it, what do you think? So I think that's a huge strength, and what we want is to show that, because when you work with vulnerable families, if you do not understand and take on board their vulnerabilities and know what you're working with, you're bringing the same thing to all the families. It doesn't work. What we discovered is the specialty and a lot has to mix. It's a learning, it's osmosis. So it's a new concept. Until now, services refer to each other. They do not communicate. We have silos, and those families go from one silo to the other, and there is no communication. And that's what has never worked. So what we're saying is, that is a new way of looking at things. It doesn't fit in the normal practice, but it certainly is good, I believe.